So yeah, we could just go
Around
over
the league.
our picks from last week.
Our picks. Yep.
So let's see what we got here. All right,
A
so I
lot of
got a really
surprise games out there, man. A lot of
yeah,
surprise things I didn't expect to happen.
yeah. Well, we can talk about it. We can talk about it. um, Baltimore and KC. Um, you know, Baltimore. I mean, it's a tale as old as time, man. It's always going to be that great player that can't beat the greatest player. Um, Karl Malone could just never beat
Yeah.
Jordan. How many people just never beat Tom Brady? You just go around all the sports, but in this case, it just seems like Lamar Jackson just cannot beat Patrick Mahomes.
By a toe.
by it. So, well, in this game, Baltimore was getting 2.5. You took Baltimore. I took KC. Like I said, I ain't gonna bet against the champs. Um,
Yeah.
Green
I lost
Bay
by a toe, man. I lost by a toe.
lost by a toe. Lost by a toe. It was two other plays before that Lamar was
Yeah.
just yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
no, it could have happened. It really could have happened. Patrick Mahomes was cracking jokes after the game, like it was that close. Green Bay went to Philly. Philly was given two. Oh man, Jordan Love went down, and said he's gonna be out for he won't be out for some time.
Hmm. Yeah. I think I heard 6 games.
Could be. You went with Green Bay. You know me, man. If I wasn't with the Lions, man, I might be with Philly. So I took Philly on that one.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Ari-
Mistake.
Arizona went to Buffalo. Man, we called this game. Buffalo was given 6.5. We was kind of going back and forth, and then I think we finally kind of came to an agreement that Buffalo was going to start off slow,
Yeah.
and Arizona's going to start off fine, and then Buffalo's going to come back, and that's exactly what happened.
That's
Uh,
exactly what happened.
to the tune of Arizona lost by 6, so we was both right on that one. Jacksonville went to Miami. Tyreek Hill got
Miami. Right. Controversial law enforcement thing before the game.
yeah, still came out and whooped me in fantasy, but now
Yeah, they want me a
Miami.
fantasy too. Most of my fantasy team is Waddle and Tyreek.
There you go. Miami. Miami ended up winning. I don't think they covered the 3.5 though. Um, Tennessee
Did they?
Titans.
I thought it was 17-17 and they kicked the field goal to win.
Yeah, they was favored by 3.5.
Oh, okay.
Tennessee went to Chicago. Chicago was given 3.5. We was both on Chicago. I really wanted to be on Tennessee. I really wanted to, but
Hey, hey, Marcus.
hmm.
Will Levis sucks.
Dog, if Will Levis had eyes in the back of his head, he would be the best quarterback out of that class. But he does not have eyes in the back of his head. He has no spatial awareness, and I don't know when the going get tough. He don't know where to go.
When the going gets tough, he panics and
Yeah,
under scoops the ball up in the
yeah,
air for grabs
to the other
for pick
team.
sixes.
Yeah, yeah. So Tennessee gonna have a long season. DeAndre Hopkins gonna want to get out of there. But we both picked Chicago, so we was both right on that. Pittsburgh went to Atlanta. Atlanta was given 3.5. And let me say this, especially with fantasy football, the one thing that I struggle with the most is remembering the lessons that I learned from the previous season. And even on this one, I did not remember this lesson. But I think somewhere deep down inside of me, it was in my soul, and it told me Marcus picked the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Pittsburgh won that game, and then that's when it hit me. Never bet against Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You are absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct.
But that's not why I picked them. I picked them because I wasn't really buying all the hype on Atlanta.
Well, I bought into the hype, man, but what I will say, man, is Kirk Cousins came on. He didn't look good, man. Kirk Cousins did not look good in that game, and I was not expecting that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's done, if he's lost it. Maybe they need to go ahead and bring. Maybe there was a reason they drafted Penix. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they knew what they was doing. And if Kirk Cousins keeps playing like that, they might have to bring the rookie in off the bench, man.
Yeah, I don't know if he's done. I think if he was still in Minnesota, but remember, I will say, remember last year, Minnesota started off terrible, and then once they finally started picking up some steam, that's when he tore his Achilles. But the one thing about Atlanta though is like I got respect for Bijan Robinson, I got respect for Drake London, and I know Kyle Pitts was he's highly regarded, but I think their weapons, in my opinion, were just like so overrated because outside of Bijan, Drake London is fine. Drake London, if Drake London was on the Lions, he would be a great Josh Reynolds. Maybe we should trade for Drake London.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, with their weapons, like you said, everybody you just named, man, that's why I expected them to win that game. And their defense is usually pretty good defense, but I don't know. I don't know if they just didn't show up yesterday. If Kirk Cousins just didn't show up yesterday, but they were not the team that I was expecting, and until they show me otherwise, I will not be picking them again.
Oh man, what a game!
Yeah,
surprise, I should say.
New England upset of the night.
Yeah, New England went to Cincinnati. Cincinnati was given 8. We was both on Cincinnati, and what happened to Cincinnati?
I have no clue, man. I cannot answer. I cannot answer that. It was a shock and a surprise to me. By the time I turned the game on, it was already over. I think New England was up 14, and I was like, oh, dang. And I was like, well, maybe Cincinnati come back. They didn't.
One thing I will say, man, is that everybody thinks of Cincinnati and Jamar Chase, but something I noticed last year, or it might even been the year before that, is that when Joe Burrow doesn't, because last year he was hurt, so it would have been a year before that. When Joe Burrow doesn't have T. Higgins, that offense just does not look right. And I don't know why. I mean, T. Higgins, another great replacement for Josh Reynolds, but I don't know. Joe Burrow just maybe he just feels more comfortable with T. Higgins out there or something, just kind of the safety valve. But even so, I didn't expect the loss of T. Higgins will result in them not being able to beat the New England Patriots, who ran all over them. So it's more so their defense was trash. All right, so let's see what I got. So next we got Houston went to Indy. Houston was given 3. We both went with Houston. Like you said, man, Houston looks really good.
One thing I will say, man, is Indiana looks really good too. Houston just outclassed them, like we were saying earlier. Stephon Diggs and Joe Mixon, along with CJ Stroud and all the weapons that they got, it's just too much for them. But Indiana is going to be a problem for people, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know if that's what it boiled down to, but it played a big factor. But Adonai Mitchell was a guy that I was looking at when we were talking about receivers, and I told you I don't think the Lions would ever draft him, but he just seemed like a a baby version of CeeDee Lamb. And they kept trying to hit him on deep passes. And he was open too, man. He was open. And Richardson just kept overthrowing him. But, once they get that down, it's going to be dangerous. On top of that, Richardson couldn't hit him, but he was hitting some deep shots. He's a threat to run. And, you still got Jonathan Taylor back there. But like you said, they just outclassed him. And I was laughing at – I was brushing away the Joe Mixon signing, but he looked great out there. Stephon Diggs, like I said, he just fit right in, and I don't know. I'm always a little hesitant to give a quarterback so many targets and so many weapons to where they don't know what to do with them because it's actually that sounds crazy, but you see it play out that sometimes they just got so many weapons that they can't process where to go. But CJ Stroud had no problem, which makes sense because, the dude is out of Ohio State, and Ohio State just breeds weapons. So that makes sense.
Also, I think Richardson had the second longest pass in NFL history yesterday.
Okay. Minnesota went to the Giants.
Yeah, the Giants are horrible, man. I remember last year when I told you don't bet on the Giants.
That is a lesson from last year that you did bring up. And to my defense, I said that if the Giants can't win this game, they can't win any of them. So just like you said about Atlanta, I'm with you. I'm never picking the Giants again.
Minnesota surprised me though, man. I didn't expect them to play as well as they did.
Sam Darnold looked good out there.
Yeah, he did.
He might find his way as the backup on one of my fantasy teams. I ain't gonna hold you up.
Who did I pick? Minnesota, didn't
I? You did pick Minnesota. You got me on that one. I took the Giants, and never again. The Giants came out with those ugly uniforms, and they played an ugly game. And Daniel Jones is ugly. Carolina went to New Orleans to take on the Saints.
Oh,
I was so proud of this game.
Why? See, man, I tried to support Bryce Young, man.
You did,
and this is what he gives me.
That's exactly what he gave you. Who's worse, Bryce Young or Will Levis? It's a toss-up. It's really a toss-up. At least Will Levis will pretend to look like a quarterback for a quarter or two. Bryce Young came out there straight up and threw a pick on his first play. Like, here I am.
I wanted Bryce Young to be good so bad, man. But not only was he out there running for his life, man. Carolina, please do something to protect that man. That he's gonna get hurt, man. He was out there running for his life, but not only was he out there running for his life, but when he did have a clear look, he was overthrowing people left and right. Where are you throwing the ball to?
Man, it's gonna be. They got ways to go, man. On the flip side, positive side, New Orleans look. New Orleans is always respectable, man.
Yeah,
and it's easy to count them out every single year. And every single year, they're not gonna really do anything, but they always gonna be a threat. They always gonna be I guess you call it a dangerous team. And what better quarterback to be? What better quarterback could they have than Derek Carr, who, to their credit, to their tradition. Derek Carr is the ultimate dangerous, but can't never really count on him type player.
So the question is, are the Saints a good team, or is Carolina just that bad?
Saints are an average team, and the Panthers are going to be picking number one. Well, they traded all their picks, so whoever got the Panthers pick this year is going to have the number one pick.
Is Carolina gonna be the number one pick, or is it going to be the Giants?
Carolina. The Giants, the Giants are like the store brand version of the Saints. Like they get like when the season's over, they're like the old Lions. Like when the season's over, watch out because they could be, they can mess around and beat the Chiefs or something, just something crazy. They're not gonna beat the Chiefs, but they'll mess around and beat like a Dallas,
Right.
just mess around and win the game they ain't supposed to win. Denver went to Seattle. I took Denver because Patrick Surtain had just signed that extension, and I thought it was they ended up losing by 6, so it was a push. You took Seattle, I took Denver.
I'm surprised you took Denver because your boy got off, man. Kenneth Walker had like 130 something yards rushing. I mean, he went crazy.
I know, and they robbed him of an extra touchdown just to hurt me, just to hurt my fantasy team, just to hurt Kenneth Walker. It's okay though. But yeah, I love Kenneth Walker, man. That watching that guy, Michigan State, like he was like the second coming of LaDainian Tomlinson. He's got to stay healthy. That's all.
Right.
But yeah, not too much. I didn't really watch too much of this game other than them runs they took off the board.
Yeah, I didn't watch a whole lot of it either.
Another ugly game. The Las Vegas Raiders went to LA, take on Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers, and you talked me into this pick, and I appreciate it because the Devontae Adams is not going to be happy after that game. He's talking to Antonio Pierce right at this very moment about how they could give him the ball more and make the game better.
So Las Vegas came out very disappointed, man, and I was disappointed in how Las Vegas plays. And talk about a boring game, dog. That might have been the most boring game on TV, dog. But I didn't watch much of it because it was so boring. But and I will say I am happy for Jim Harbaugh in true Jim Harbaugh fashion. They just ran the ball up and down the field. I mean, was Justin Herbert even there? I mean,
when you kept saying it's a boring game, all I kept thinking was, man, that's Jim Harbaugh football. Boring defense, run the ball 5 yards at a time. Like, okay, all right. But yeah. Another shocking game of the week. Dallas went to Cleveland. We was both on Cleveland, and Dallas went in there. And to your credit, you said the only thing that holds me back about Cleveland was Deshaun Watson. I was like, nah. You was right. I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I kept waiting. Like, so he would scramble, and it always looked like he was going to do something, but then he never did. I mean, the first 3 seconds of every play looked amazing.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Nick Chubb is slated to come back this season. I don't know. Maybe they're Nick Chubb away from looking a lot better, but yeah.
I'm more surprised at Cleveland's defense than the play of Deshaun Watson because the defense didn't look good either.
Yeah, they're at home. The only thing I will say is Dallas is a great early season team. So, everybody just got paid. Zeke the Freak is back in town. It was probably a feel good. They was probably amped to play that first game of the year. So we'll see how it goes down the line. But
I gotta say, man, I didn't think Dallas was gonna have any fight in them this year, and I got to go ahead and eat my crow and say they proved me wrong. I thought Dallas was going to come out and they're going to have a subpar season, but it looks like they're going to be the Dallas of old. Like you said, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be amazing all regular season long, and then, botch it up when it gets to the playoffs.
Sound about right. Let's see. Oh, we said that. So Washington went to Tampa Bay, and I said, we talked about Tampa Bay for a hot second when we talking about the Lions, but my thing with Tampa Bay was the same thing with the Lions. They brought the band back together. It's pretty much the same team as last year, same coach, same quarterback. Nothing much has changed, and Washington is just trying to break in a rookie quarterback. So I went with Tampa Bay, and it paid off. I watched a little chunk of this game, and
it was a pretty good game.
It was a pretty good game. It was. Jaden Daniels is definitely an exciting player.
Yes.
He got a little bit of. I feel like he got a little bit of that. I don't know. It's somewhere out there, but he got a little bit of that. My first read not there, I'm gone.
Right.
Like, is he the quarterback or is he the running back? And the other thing was that I was kind of surprised because I did draft Austin Eckler on my fantasy team, but still I was surprised because I feel like Austin Eckler would have been a great way to break in a rookie quarterback. Short. Austin Eckler is a great receiver out the backfield, but I mean Brian Robinson is a great running back too. But I just thought that I would see way more Austin Eckler, and the game just kind of got away from him, and it wasn't really a whole lot they could do.
Who did I pick?
You took Washington.
Okay. Yeah, man. I'm not disappointed in my pick. It was a rookie quarterback. He still looked good though. He's got a little learning to do, but he did look okay. He had a few nice passes. Like you said, he was running all over the place. Man, Washington kind of looks similar to what they did last year. Like they're a team that's going to put up a good fight all game long, but not win very many games. And that's the way they're looking right now. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like in a couple of years with Jaden Daniels getting a couple more reps and them adding 1 or 2 more pieces on defense, they'll be okay.
Last game we had, we covered it definitely already, but I took the Rams. I thought they would cover. You took the Lions -4.5. Came down to overtime and a walk-off touchdown. So you got that one.
Hey, and I will say, I wasn't that far off, man. I had them winning by 10.
7. Yeah, 10, 7. Well, your score was 7. You said you thought they was going to win by about 10, though.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it was I think what I said. I said 27-17.
Okay, yeah.
27-17. It was 26-20. So I was close.
You was close. You definitely close.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I feel like I had a pretty good week. I'll take that.
It don't look good in print, man. It doesn't look good in print.
Yeah, 5 and 10. Yeah, no. This is Call of Duty. You wouldn't been that happy.
Real quick, man, I gotta give a shout out to. I hate to do it because I'm not a fan, but credit is due where it's given. Michigan State is 2-0, man, and U of M came out and did what everybody expected them to do. They came out and got the doors blew off of them by Texas. I don't think that was too much of a big surprise by anybody, but I'm excited to see where these two teams go for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I watched both of those games. Michigan, like Like you could take the New York Giants, and you could take the Carolina Panthers, and you know, if you go one step above, that's Michigan right now. Because they, I mean, if you don't have a quarterback, first of all, if you don't have a quarterback in any level of football, then you're going to struggle. And right now, Michigan does not have a quarterback.
Their quarterback looked terrible.
Yeah, and you going, this is the new Big Ten, so you got some powerhouses coming in, and I don't know what Michigan's schedule is, so I don't know if they still got the Illinois or the.
I know they got to go against Oregon.
Yeah,
I know they got to go against Ohio State.
USC.
I know they got to go against USC. I know they got to go against Penn State.
Mm-hmm. And,
so
I didn't really like how much emphasis was being put on the defense, because if your offense is not going to go out there and score, I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing out here? So a lot of people are ragging on their defense. We'll see, but like you said, man, that's Texas. Texas is a college football playoff, college football champion favorite, contender. So I didn't really put much stock in that. But yeah, they got to figure out this quarterback situation. And last thing I'll say about it is, I was shocked that they didn't turn Alex Orji coming out of halftime, because they were already down. The game was out of reach, basically. So you put that guy in there, you give him a drive, you see what happens. And if he doesn't do well, then, hey, you guys are already out of the game, basically. So you can put your starter back in. But they never turned to him. They just left the starter out there the whole time. And they tried to clean it up, saying, well, yeah, he hasn't played a lot of football, so these are great reps. But, bro, like, are we practicing or are we trying to win? So
right. And once again, a no-show from Edwards.
Oh yeah, nah. That guy. This is supposed to be his year, but he looked like he don't look that special. I don't know if his best years are I don't know what's going on. Maybe that line. Is that what?
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I don't know if it's the line, or I don't know if he's they always say that's stuff. Times like these is when it turns up that he's been dealing with this injury this whole time, and I don't know what's going on with him.
I don't know, but he better get it together if he want to have a future.
Oh yeah.
And on the final note, man, Michigan State eventually a ranked team or not?
I mean, that was. I
don't think they played anybody special.
Yeah, but they was really underdogs against Maryland, and the way they went in there like true, like the old Michigan State, where they was true underdogs and they made them pay. And on the flip side of Davis Warren from Michigan, Aiden Childs, man, he looked fun, man. I watched their first game. I watched both of their first games, Michigan and Michigan State's. And in the first game, he was overthrowing guys. And then when he was overthrowing them, it was always in double coverage. So I was like, did he do it on purpose? But then after the game, he was like, nah, I usually make those throws and stuff like that. But I was like, I don't know, man. But nah, that game, he came out slinging it. and so, that Michigan State is the New Orleans Saints of college football. So
middle of the road.
Will they
25?
Will they finish the season ranked, or will they ever be ranked?
Finish the season ranked.
No. But I think they will be ranked. I think they'll sniff a ranking at some point, because I mean, if you look, well, it is what it is. But like Notre Dame lost. Colorado wasn't ranked, but it's I think the door is going to be open for them to slip in there for a couple of weeks. Especially, all right. I want to see what they do when they play Michigan. That's gonna be an interesting game.
It is. But both of those teams step up for each other, so no, I never know what'll happen. You can never predict the Michigan State game.
No, you're right.
The last thing I got is Jets San Francisco tonight. Who you got?
Just on my phone, Christian McCaffrey is not playing. But even with that being said, I gotta go with San Francisco. You know, Aaron Rodgers' first game back. We'll see how he does, but San Francisco at home, Monday Night Football, NFC champions. I gotta go with San Fran.
Do you have any spread information?
San Francisco is giving 4.5.
Giving 4.5.
4.5, right there.
I'm gonna take the Jets with the points. Aaron Rodgers, first game back. You know what I'm saying? With the Jets defense, I think that they have enough. San Francisco at the end of the season wasn't looking all that great. But without Christian McCaffrey in the game, I don't think they have enough to pull it out. So I'm going to go with the Jets and take the points.
All right, we're gonna see how that goes.
All right, with that, at the end of the week, we'll see how this game goes tonight. At the end of the week, we'll come back, give you our predictions for next week, and we'll go from there. But with that said, peace.